a bit now. It's never ending. Everything is just burning. This just seems to go on forever.
We decided to attempt to summit the tallest mountain in the whole of England, but what we didn't yet realise is the beautiful English weather was not on our side.
It's definitely windier now.
And I had no idea what we were about to let ourselves in for. Scafell Pike, England's tallest mountain, residing in the beautifully scenic National Park of the Lake District. Sitting at over 975 metres tall and boasting fame as one of the UK's 3 peak giants. This was not going to be easy, so with no real research, a terrible weather forecast and my awful current state of fitness, me and my brother set off on the long drive up north to tackle this beast.
Finally arrived at the accommodation. I can't wait to see these pods because they're meant to be amazing. We've arrived at the accommodation after travelling for 5 hours, which should have took us 3.5, but bank holiday traffic and the fact that all the roads that you've seen coming through the mountains were so tight for the truck that we're coming up in. It's crazy. I mean, it's great getting up the hills, but incredibly tight where you look like you're going to roll off at points. But we're here now in these pods. They look pretty cool from the outside, so I've got to get into the lockbox somehow. I've got a code on my phone that they've sent to me, so I'll figure out where this lockbox is first and then I can show you around inside. Ta-da! So the glamping pods look exactly like they do online, so I'm very, very happy about that, with incredible views around and everything. The weather is starting to turn now though, and there are warnings for it tomorrow with the rain and everything, and potentially storms coming the day after, so maybe that leads into it as well. Hopefully not, because that's going to make the hike so much harder, but we're not going to know that till tomorrow morning, so we're going to have to wait to find out. For now, we're going to unpack, get all our stuff sorted. Maybe we'll eat some of the snacks or head to one of the pubs, which is just down the road. But we're going to get an earlier night because we want to get up early and set out for the hike. And it's took us a lot longer than we thought to get here today, especially for my brother. I mean, I've just been an absolute passenger princess, but it has been long, to be fair. So we'll get sorted now and then see what we do for the rest of the night. That's a far walk. Look at that view, man.
Good morning, beautiful people. You join us. Good morning and hi.
You join us regretting our decision in the terrible rain. But yeah, ready to go when you are, mate. We've arrived at the car park now after about a 30-minute drive, which the roads were a lot better getting here. The weather's not looking great at the moment, but we're going to pay for the car parking and then we'll start the hike. Thank you. Just overheard a couple that have came down that said it's absolutely dreadful going up the route at the moment. So it was difficult for them getting up, but they said it was horrendous coming back down, and the one woman started to have like a sort of panic attack because it was that slippy and dangerous coming down. So this should be fun. Okay, so we've parked at the National Trust car park in Wasdale, but it turns out that the corridor route, the one that we wanted to start from, is a 1.5 mile walk from here. So we don't really know where we're going, but we've been given a direction from some woman walking a dog. So hopefully we don't get lost before we actually even start the route. The signal here is a little bit iffy, but I'll catch up with you when we actually get to the start of the route. So we've been walking for probably about a mile now, and turns out there's a closer car park than the one that we've parked at. Do your research. Don't just try and wing it a little bit like I have, just because I'm back in the UK. But hopefully we can find the route from here now. It shouldn't be too much further. And then we'll get cracking. We've just come past some like little waterfalls and stuff. There's no like big incline or anything yet, but we think we might actually be on the route now, even though we haven't seen a signpost, because this is the route I wanted to do because they said it was more scenic with little waterfalls, lakes and stuff like that. How much of it we're actually going to be able to see, I don't know, because as you can see behind me, we can barely see any of the mountain. It's just covered in mist at the moment. Now this route does take a little bit longer, so hopefully by the time we do get to the top, it might have cleared a little bit and we'll actually be able to see some views. There's definitely a little bit of scrambling now, loose rocks, water flowing down everywhere from the rain that was all night last night. But we think we are heading in the right direction. I know you can get to this route from the other side of the mountain as well. So I reckon it joins up in the middle and then we can see it turning up there. Problem is we've got no signal now, so we're just hoping that the way that we're looking at the map from how we originally had it was okay. It won't update. The route definitely makes more sense now. Called the corridor route, and we're heading between the two mountains sort of thing, and they're both closing in a little bit on each other, so I'm sure there'll be a place to cross eventually. But the scenery here with them waterfalls and it all running through the corridor is amazing. So I've just put like a windproof mic over it because we're getting a bit windy and now we're actually climbing up. You can just about see Scafell Pike behind me now, and we've got to go up some steep bits. We're actually on the right side now, so I feel a little bit better that we are going the right way. I don't know by the time we get up there if it will have cleared up more, because it does look quite clear at the moment, and hopefully that will go in the next couple of hours. The views now that the mist is blowing through are incredible. I hope you can see that behind me, but that's amazing. The waterfall coming down and everything still, and the mist clearing up a little bit, but it is showing us how steep everything is as well now, so this bit's going to be a bit painful, I think. Doesn't even feel like we're on a proper path now, does it? Looking through bog to get there. It would help if we could see past the mist. We might actually know which one the highest mountain was. The water's going into my shoe now. Let's get back in line with the path.
That's saying we're going across. That's facing that way.
Yeah, let's get back onto where it shows path lines. So the map's just come on, back on a little bit. It looks like we're heading in the right direction, but slightly off the path. So we're trying to get back across the path first. It's hard because no one else is hiking this way. Like literally no one. And then you've got fell down a hole. And then you've got the mist and everything as well. And the fact now it just looks like we're walking up no pathway. We just want to know we're going in the right direction. Woo! So now we're actually on a path, as you see behind me. See where my brother is. But we was actually before over there on that side and going up. So at least now I can see we're on a trodden down path. It's steep as hell, but it's a path nevertheless. A path that might be taking us in the wrong direction as well, but I'm sure it'll cut back in somewhere. So as we're going up this steep bit at the moment, try and control my breath a little bit. And let some of you know that don't know, especially those of you outside of the UK. So Scafell Pike is the highest mountain in England, but it's part of a 3-peak challenge, and the 3 peaks are the 3 highest mountains across the UK, and they're all in different countries within the UK. So Snowdon, which me and my brother did before I started travelling a couple of years ago, is in Wales, and that's the 2nd highest. Scafell Pike is the smallest, but it's meant to be harder than Snowdon. And then the one we haven't done, which is the biggest mountain in the UK, resides in Scotland, and it's called Ben Nevis. Now the 3-peak challenge is 24 hours to complete all 3 of them mountains, and it's a tough challenge. You have to go up steeper routes because you've got to do it quick, because the 24 hours includes driving from place to place. That's just your time limit. So instead of me doing Ben Nevis next on its own, drop a like if you want to see us do the 3-peak challenge and take on Ben Nevis without even knowing what it's like, and with my little hiking experience. So yeah, drop a like if you would like to see that video, and I will make it happen. Every so often we keep getting to a bit where the trodden down path looks like it disappeared, and I think we're venturing off slightly. We are slightly off the path of what it says on the map, but we're going to carry on heading up this way and see if we can cut back across like we have across some of the other routes anyway. But the problem is we have to kind of be on a path a little bit because we can't see that far ahead of us with all this mist. So if we veer off onto the wrong path, we're going to struggle to find where the summit is. We've got to a section now where it gets a bit more scrambly, loose rocks everywhere. I think you do get that as you get higher up anyway. So let's not twist my ankle, especially while I'm recording, like a donut. Definitely really steep. Can't see anything behind us. It's a long way to go up, and it's getting windy, but we're definitely taking some meters off. My brother said his heart rate's like really high. Mine's fairly decent, but my heart rate always seems to be okay. I can feel it in my breathing a little bit, but it's my calves, man. I think sitting down the time I've been back in the UK editing videos, my legs need to adjust to walking all the time when I go travelling again. We left the car park, which was already a mile and a half away from the starting route, and we left that at 8 o'clock. So I want you all to drop in the comments what time you think we will reach the peak, and I'll be full on honest with you, I don't think it's going to be as quick as what we initially thought it would be, because of having to walk to find the route in the first place, and I'm including that in it. So started at 8 from a car park further away, leisurely pace. What time do you think we will reach the top? Drop it in the comments. bonus is we're actually seeing people now. So they may have come onto the corridor path from the actual car park you meant to do, instead of walking around all the way at the base of the mountain like we have first. I know this is amazing to see in the UK, and especially if you're not from here, you get to see, well, I say you get to see, there is mist everywhere, but you get to see what the landscapes are like away from like the main cities of London and Birmingham, where I come from, and places like that that people know. There are all these stunning places, and I mean, the countries in the UK as well, especially like Wales and Scotland, will be even more unbelievable. Like, absolutely stunning. You wouldn't even think that it was the same country as somewhere like London. But I am looking forward to doing my trips in South America, because there's a few hikes through the jungle. Number one on my bucket list is I want to stay in the Amazon jungle, but then there's some hikes to like the Lost City, and I actually want to hike for a couple of days in the jungle, stay at some of the local villages and the tribes and stuff, and you can do Machu Picchu but hike to it instead of just getting the train up or something. Stay at the local tea houses and all that sort of stuff. If you're actually interested in that sort of stuff, just make sure you find some of my other videos. Feel free to subscribe so it's easier. But if that's your sort of adventure stuff, that's what I'm making this channel about. So definitely follow if did you catch that? Follow if
Stay tuned for more adventures like that. Too busy looking at the camera.
I've literally just watched the fallback on my brother's phone and it looks fake. I promise you I didn't fake that. It looks like a comedy fall, but I genuinely slipped like that when I was we meant to go up there?
I think so, yeah.
But yeah, I genuinely slipped like that. I wasn't faking that or anything. I was just too busy concentrating on talking to you guys. So technically it's your fault actually, yeah. I think we've come up too high and now we've got to get down, but this bit's like really steep.
There's only one on the map.
I mean, there's only one on the map. We just follow the one that's on the map. Yes, it's that way. Just carry on. Yeah, we're just carrying the way that we're going. I think all the routes are coming together, aren't they? With all the people.
We're lost.
Yeah. We've been lost about 10 times on this route. We're going up to the summit, Scafell Pike.
Oh, have you been up yet?
No. You heading back down?
Yeah?
Yeah.
But we've got a bit, we've got a bit lost.
Yeah, you have to go. There's a path up there, and it will eventually take you up the shale path, but it is really
You're
shaley.
really shyly though.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Fit, you're all right. I mean, the other one, we came up another way, and what we're trying to do is cut off left and meet that path that we went up.
Right,
Somewhere
okay, yeah.
We're a bit lost.
I think it's got to be that.
Well, if you could see where you were going.
Yeah, definitely.
Is it that way? What are we saying then? That way? Straight for it.
We've just converged with like a massive group of people, as you've seen there. A lot of them are heading back down, so they've been to the summit, but they've all got no idea where they're going. You literally can't see any way of getting down, and I think everyone's coming off the path. This is ridiculous weather to get to the summit when you can't see where the next bit of the path is. The signal's definitely gone on the phones now, but we can't be too far away. We're just following the direction of where
the location bit is on your phone, like when you turn it to where it said it was on the map. Hopefully we'll get there, but we was going to take a different route down. Now if we haven't got any signal and other people are getting lost on the way down, we don't even know which direction the car's in really, if the map's gone completely blank. Tell you what, even though I'm deep breathing a little bit, breathing and my legs and that don't feel as bad, even though it's quite steep and we've gone up the path a lot. It's more the rocks and the terrain make it very difficult to know where to put your foot down, as you've seen from me slipping earlier. And the fact that it's been raining and it's windy makes it like more slippy and dangerous. You know when you're getting high because there isn't other mountains blocking the wind now. So we're feeling all of it because we're above them. It's definitely windier now. A lot windier. The last bit now is so steep. So steep to get up to the peak of it. All of a sudden just goes straight up. Struggling a bit now. Not with the breathing so much. My legs. The arse, everything is just burning. It's never ending. I thought we were close. This just seems to go on forever. I have to keep pausing every so often because my quads are just like seizing up, like burning. Not stopping for long, but small steps. That's it. We made it to the top. I don't know how well you can hear me now. Made it to the top. It's really windy up here, so we've just had to stand around the back. But let's see how many of you actually got it right with the time that we arrived. What time is it?
10 past 12.
10 past 12, so it took us 4 hours. It took us 4 hours to get up here because we walked the long way round. So, well, I'm not staying up here for long because it's wet, it's raining, it's windy as hell. We're going to try and find the shorter route back down, head to the car. So, I'll see you on the way down. We honestly stayed up on the summit for less than a minute and couldn't wait to get down. And as the wind battered our bodies at the higher levels, we eventually got some protection from the surrounding mountains as we descended. But the paths were awful to come down on, just a bunch of slippy rocks, and I saw multiple people fall on coming down rather than going up. Eventually we did reach the base levels and my legs were now officially done. So that's it, we're back at the car park. We've hiked the highest mountain in England, Scafell Pike, and the descent down was pretty difficult, to be fair. Seen a few people deck it. I'm starting to get cramp in my legs now, but we did it. If you did like this one, make sure you like, and depending on if I get a decent amount of likes on this video, we'll do the 3 peaks challenge at some point. And if you like this adventure stuff, check out this video right here.